In part 1, we are supposed to be differentiating this. So let me write it down, d dx of e to the power of 1 over x. And I'm going to rewrite this as d dx of e to the power of x to the power of minus 1. Let's differentiate this. So this is going to be e to the power of x to the power of minus 1. Then differentiating x to the power of minus 1 will be minus x to the power of minus 2. So my answer here is going to be, if I were to write this first, negative 1 over x squared. And this is going to be e to the power of x to the power of minus 1, which is going to be 1 over x. In part 2, we are supposed to be integrating this, and if you have been practicing your integration technique, you should be able to guess that most likely part 2 is going to be applying integration by parts, especially when we have done a differentiation in the first part, and it is a very simple differentiation. And the reason why this was done is most likely because we are going to be trying to make use of the result to apply to integration. So for this, let me just write down the inspiration, okay, based on integration, because differentiating this gives me this. Integration is the reversal of differentiation. So if I were to be integrating negative 1 over x squared e to the power of 1 over x, this will be equal to e to the power of 1 over x plus c. So let's see whether we can be applying this, and let's see whether this will really turn out to be an integration by parts question. So let me write down this, integrating from 1 to 2 of 1 over x to the power of 3 e to the power of 1 over x. Okay, we are supposed to be integrating this, and because I'm already suspecting that we are going to be applying integration by parts, so I'm going to break this up into two parts. With one of the parts, hopefully it can be this over here. So I need a negative, so I'm going to add a negative outside so that I can put in a negative inside. And for 1 over x cubed, I'm going to break it up into two parts. 1 over x multiplied by 1 over x squared. And this negative, I'm going to add a negative inside here to accompany this, because this has a negative 1 over x squared also. And for this, it is the same as this. So I'm going to just write it as it is, e to the power of 1 over x. And now I guess we have two parts, and I'm ready to apply integration by parts. Since we know how to integrate this, I'm going to let this here be dv dx. So I'm going to let u be this. Let me write it down. I'll let u be this 1 over x, and dv dx, I'll let this be negative 1 over x squared e to the power of 1 over x. This is easy to differentiate. It is like differentiating x to the power of minus 1. So it's going to be minus 1 over x squared. So 1 over x squared is here. And v here, it is integrating this, and we already know the result. This is going to be e to the power of 1 over x. So now I can rewrite this. It is going to be negative. So I'm going to write this negative here, and it is going to be uv. So it's this times this. So it's going to be 1 over x multiplied by e to the power of 1 over x. And let's not forget that we are dealing with a definite integral from 1 to 2. Then minus of integration from 1 to 2 of v du dx. So it's going to be this v du dx is going to be this. So it's going to be negative 1 over x squared e to the power of 1 over x. And this is nice, right? Because the result of this integral can also be found using part 1. This is exactly the same expression. So integrating this, it is going to be e to the power 1 over x. Then we apply the definite integral stuff. So we have this over here, and now I'm going to just substitute the values in. So negative will remain as negative. If I were to substitute the values in, I will have a 1 over 2 e to the power of 1 over 2 minus substituting 1 in. It is going to be, this is going to be 1 over 1. So it's just going to be 1. Then e to the power of 1 over 1. Okay, let me just write it down as 1 e to the power 1. Then minus away this. The result is going to be based on part 1. So we have this as e to the power of 1 over x from 1 to 2. Okay, let's try to substitute more values in. This times this is going to be minus 1 over 2. Then e to the power of half, let's just write it as square root of e. Then this minus becomes plus e to the power 1. Let's just write it as e. Minus become plus. Then this, if I were to substitute the values in, it is going to be e to the power of 1 over 2 minus e to the power of 1 again. So this is going to be equal to minus 1 over 2 square root of e, plus this is going to be square root of e, then after that minus e. So plus e minus e, they will disappear. and minus half square root of e plus square root of e. This is going to be equal to half square root of e.